Hello friends. Now let us take up the fourth program in our OCJP Feelgood web series. You name it as OFG4, Preparation and Printing of Cash Bill. Actually here one point I tell you, I am working out all the programs on GDB online compiler. That's why for implementation class I am giving as a main, it is mandatory. Suppose if you work on different system and all that, then you can give name whatever you want. Like suppose this is cash bill, then you can name it as cash bill demo. But if you work on GDB, then it is very comfortable according to me. Just I am recommending to you. That is your choice. Okay. In the previous training session, I focused on one concept: professionalism. Behave like a professional, don't behave like a college student, because college students, their main focus is getting marks. Here your main focus is getting industry ready. That's why you must behave professionally. Professionally means nothing great and all, very simple. What you are following in real life without your knowledge. Actually, as I told you already, in your examination hall, what is your modus operandi? The same modus operandi here you have to apply for developing programs and projects. Actually, in college examination, what you do? First, you understand question thoroughly. Without understanding question, will you try to try to write the answer? You never. After understanding question thoroughly, you form what is the probable answer. What answer you are supposed to write? You form an idea in the mind, automatically it is done. Thereafter you start writing that. That means if you categorize that, there are two phases. One is mental work, thereafter physical work. That only is the basic step for professionalism. No professional do anything without completing his mental work or design. Okay, that only you have to do. It is small program, small design, big program, big design. That's it. But you must follow this from this program. Okay. Now you see the output. What output we are expecting from the program? In many cases, they may not give what output exactly, format and all that. Simply that I write a Java object-oriented program to print a cash bill. That's it. Then, which type of cash bill you have to write? What are the probable elements in that? All that you have to conceive, and you write the format. That is the real professionalism. That means you are clearly defining your destination. That is very important. Okay. Now you see that. Now this is the cash bill that you are expecting from your program. Okay. In this, now certain I give you a simple checklist, because many students are having starting troubles. Without overcoming starting troubles, you never progress. That's why I give you a simple checklist. By following that checklist, finding answers for the questions, then your starting troubles are solved. Okay. Now you see here, name of the item is there, number of items are there, rate per unit is there, and amount is there. As far as three are concerned, four out of four, three are three are input data items. Now we have to classify. Four variables are there. Out of that, three input variables, one output variable. Input variables means you are supposed to enter the data. Enter the data means, suppose you are running a shop, then which data you enter? Name of the item, number of items, rate per unit you have to enter. Thereafter, your computer will calculate the amount. So these are three input variables: name, numbers, and rate. First you find out. As far as amount is concerned, output variable using a method we calculate. So for name, numbers, and rate, we have to define instance variables. Instance variables means object oriented variables. Okay, first we have to find out how many variables are there. Out of that, how many are input variables, how many are output variables. As far as input variables are concerned, you have to define instance variables. As far as output variables are concerned, you have to define corresponding instance methods. If you do not know all these concepts, just as I told you already, because most of you are over smart, because of that, again and again I am telling you, if you do, without studying Java Feel Good series, if you move to this, I think you may be dissatisfied. That's why Again and again I am telling you. Okay. Now calculating amount sake, we have to define an instance method, and two more instance methods are required. Actually, for inputting purpose, actually name is a variable, number is a variable, rate is a variable. Those should be initialized. For that purpose, we define an instance method, and you can name it as set data. It is setting data. Setting means inputting data or initializing data. Thereafter, ultimately, we have to print the report. For that purpose, print report, print cash bill, not report, print cash bill instance method. By that, now you got the blueprint. This is the blueprint. What is the name? Class. Class, you name it cash bill in Pascal case. In this, what you have to define? Three instance variables, three instance methods. You have to define then next question is, which names you have to give? You have to give. Now you have to write in Pascal, Camel case, item name. Otherwise you can write item also professionally. Item name is correct. Thereafter, numbers. Here complete names should be written. If you are lazy, don't study Java. I am telling you. Unlike in C and all that, you should not use short names. You have to use complete names. Big names you have to use. It may have 40-50 letters also. Array, index, out of bound, exception. That is a class name. In that way only, if you want to study and master Java, you should not be lazy nor over smart. That point again and again I tell, because many students are very lazy or over smart. They pay price. For them, Java is not the right platform. Okay. Thereafter, third one is rate. Rate per unit. Now, you can write rate PU. Like that you can write. Thereafter, for amount sake, you have to write a method, instance method. Its name is calculate amount. Like that you can write. Thereafter, as I told you, set data and print cash bill. So, three instance variables, three instance methods you have to write. So, this is the mental work. After completion of this mental work only, your finger should touch the keyboard. Then only you will be evolved as a professional. Otherwise, you remain as a college student.